All right, this is just a quick tutorial on the new Access Procurement tool. This is located in the All Employees folder. You can see the address up here. Um, Basically, you're going to open it and it will have a page before this that will remind you to enable the content and a small bar up at the top that'll have a button where you can enable, and you'll click that, and then it will land onto this menu page. Um, you can disregard this side panel. You won't really need to use it unless you need me to pull you a report for something. So we can just close that. The three buttons that are actually going to take you somewhere are these three. There's no code loaded behind these other three yet. Eventually we'll have like a receiving module on it, and then the exit will just simply clear you out of the application altogether. You'll mostly use this add new purchase order button. It will send you a message box letting you know what the next PO number you're going to use. It's formatted the same way basically as what we've been using. I didn't make it alphanumeric because it was just more complicated, so it doesn't have like the A-MFG or just A, B, C afterwards. So it'll just go 1, 2, 3 regardless of what department. There's a different field that you can enter what department it is. So you'll just click OK. It will load that PO number right here. You can disregard this. This is just a unique identifier that you don't have to worry about it. I've loaded in quite a few of our vendors, but there might still be some vendors that aren't loaded in here, in which case you'll just add new, and I'll show you that in a separate video. So we'll go with VWR. These are all required fields, so just go ahead and enter information in all of these. These are the people loaded so far. If we need to add more, we can. These are the departments that you'll just need to select from. I think it was Gustavo that brought up a good point. Maybe he's ordering some items for manufacturing and a couple items for R&D. Just go ahead and select the department that you're mainly ordering for or you're mainly working in, and then date. Select today's date. Estimated arrival, I don't believe this is a required field, but if you want to keep track of lead times for certain vendors, it's helpful to kind of just throw something in here. Default to net 30, that's most likely what the case is. If it's different, it's not going to make it's not a big deal if it's incorrect, but I do believe this is also a required field, so just go with net 30 if you're unsure. So all of the not necessarily all, but a lot of what we've purchased in the last year or so is loaded into here. So you'll just go ahead and you'll make your selection, type in your quantity. It'll load the unit price. If the unit price has changed since the first time this was loaded in, I'll show you how to go ahead and update it. It's a little bit tedious, but for now it's the best way that it's going to work. You can populate hazardous fees that will load onto the PO slip, and then select your sales tax, which we'll go with San Diego sales tax, and it'll calculate the tax here for you. And so this is where you can split out your accounts. Like I said earlier, if Gustavo was ordering part for R&D and part for manufacturing, so say you're doing some of this methanol is for manufacturing, you can do the same, same down here, one, and then put this for general lab. So that's a way to kind of split out what departments you're ordering for. It will auto-populate here, and if there's any issues, just throw in a little comment so we in accounting can open this up and see it. View and print. This is your PO form. Go ahead and print these out for the time being. I foresee us not having to print these out because accounting will have access to this, so we can just log in and look at these. We won't need you to have print out every single one, but for the time being, just continue the process that we're doing, and you'll just select print